I bring up T-Rell, and as soon as I bring up T-Rell, it's like, who? And I'm like, dude, no. He's like, nah, who? And I'm like, T-Rell. And you just see him shaking, angry in his seat, bro. And I'm like, do you want to say something to him? And he said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a part of the interview where I asked him, like, yo, what's on your mind, bro? You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm not trying to play politic police. It's like, I was getting the DMs like, bro, you know you shouldn't have bring up T-Rell.
But this nigga was like in y'all shit. I've never seen somebody like sit on a podcast and be like this. Like, he was like,
yeah. But also
with his fucking Crip juice and shit like that.
This nigga on
but
one,
you know what? You know what else is like? That can be the downfall of certain internet personalities, where it's like you're supposed to put personal politics aside from like internet stuff. I mean, reality, you know what I mean? It's like, how many times have you seen a gangster do an interview? Yeah. They get asked a certain question, they're like, don't want to answer that. And have nothing to say about that.
How backwards is it that like they're holding me accountable? Like, bro, you should have known about the gang. It was like, bro, like, what? I came to No Jumper on a Tuesday to talk about what's going on on TV, to talk about the Monday show.
Shout out to T-Rell for going crazy on stage.
I don't want to talk about for 2 hours about gang banging, about jail, and about how hot certain tanks are. You know what I mean? It's like I could appreciate some information about that. It's always good to hear some perspective, but like every 30 seconds we got onto the show or got onto anything, you know, you could just expect a scream or you could expect like, you know, a rejection to the conversation and going right back into gangbanging.
Look, that was another thing too, is like, okay, so when we do the Tuesday show, it's very much like topic based, not really that opinionated. I mean, yeah, it's opinionated, but like we talk about what we were doing that weekend or whatever the fuck, and we kind of go into topics and like whatever. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, man, like as much shit as we talk to, like as much shit as we talk about Adam or we talk to Adam, he's fucking really good at leading a conversation. Yeah. Facts. And just like being with Adam and AD is kind of easy to bounce off them or whatever. And like just having to basically be forced to just talk about programming times 5 and like shit and blood smell in the fucking cell. Like, nigga, I've never been to LA County Jail. I don't really plan on going.
You know, AD called me last night. He kind of got my take on it. And Big Pun asked me, he's like, bro, why don't you swing him across the room? It's like, bro, you really think that I'm going to be able to stand a chance against his aggressive ass and 6 of his homies? You think Josh is like ready to like, all right, Blaz, let's get his
like,
ass.
bro, listen.
If you know what I'm saying? That would have been crazy.
And Pun was like, well, it's like, bro, I'm not here to make a fool of myself. It's like, it's okay to understand the situation. You know what I'm saying? Facts, it's like who did I ever come off in the last 6 months I've been on this shit as a macho man?
But even if you were a macho man, if you, especially to C-Mac, I'm not going to explain why, but especially to C-Mac, if you had taken anything he said personally to that regard, without being gang related, it would look bad on you. You know what I mean? It would be like, why? It's like, we know how C-Mac is. Why are you
I'm interjecting myself in the gang politics, and that's when it gets really sticky, you know?
Yeah, and not even just that. It's like, bro, like, we kind of have a job to be professional to, like, finish the show off. You know, like, honestly, shout out to AD, because I did watch his reaction.
I was going to talk about that, too.
He like, bro, he actually, like, AD is a very level-headed man, bro, and he really could like see all sides of a situation, and I really respect that, because a lot of people just see their side, and like everybody just like, oh, I would have did this, I would have did that, and it's like, bro, in the moment you're not really taking this nigga serious, like, and like that's not even like no disrespect to him or acting like I'm hard, like, oh, I'm laughing at this nigga, but like, one, I'm not taking him serious like that. 2, what do you really expect me to do? Get up and like fade this nigga on camera?
Did you see the part where AD was talking about how he had a phone call with Crip Mac, and he had Crip Mac's point of view on this, where Crip Mac said the same thing, where he's like, I didn't think it was that serious at all. Yeah, Crip Mac said the same thing, where I think just like how sometimes
after the shit we were talking, bro, we were like, oh yeah, Blasi, we for sure should work on some
shit. That's what I'm saying. Like people think it's a certain thing, but it's not as big as it is.
And shout out to Lupe as well, bro, because the moment I walked into the room, she starts talking to me in Spanish, like, mijo, ¿quieres un? You know, she asked me if I want a plate, if I want tacos. She starts talking to me about my family, all in Spanish,
That's
too.
That's super nice, bro.
And, like, she was very warm, because my parents do catering as well, so we were able to talk. We were like, why the fuck is birria fucking viral all of a sudden? We didn't eat that shit when we were younger. But, nah, shout out to Lupe, good energy. But, you know, that was honestly my take of the whole shit, bro. It's like, the only people who are really upset, you want to know something crazy? are the motherfuckers who aren't supporters of me.
Yeah.
So like, who the
That's
fuck
a
are
fact.
y'all to be at the end of the day? You know what I
That's a
mean?
fact. That's a fact.
If it takes C-Mac to teeter-totter if you like Blazzy or not, you could stay over there, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a designer.
Speak on that.
And if you can't handle that, maybe this shit ain't for you to watch.
No, that's a fact. And like, I feel like we handled it the perfect way. We took it lightheartedly. We didn't take it too serious. And we just kept it pushing.
I was saying this too as well.
Blazzy did a fucking great. Let me just
Exactly,
say
I
that
agree.
again, bro. Blazzy did an amazing
Shout out
job at
Blazzy,
fucking
man.
holding
Nah,
it down.
but when
bro.
he asked me like, who would you say, and I had to repeat T-Rell, I'm like, all right, if we had to get down, we're gonna have to get down right now.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
my
fam.
god.
I'm not gonna say T-Rell's name. You know what I mean? That would have been too crazy. I was
Yeah.
like,
No one?
fuck it, let me
Never
go ahead
mind.
and do it.
Yeah, if you would have been, if you would have did that, like nobody, like, that would've been
yeah,
crazy.
but like,
I had accepted. I'm like, all right, let's fuck it. Let's just go. Let's go viral. Whatever.
Yeah.
let's
See,
fuck
look,
it. Let's get down.
and see, look, and like that's the thing too. Is like, bro, he had never went off the rails like that about T-Rell. I don't think, from what I know.
I think it
No.
was honestly just
That
the
was the
drink
first
and the
time.
weed, bro.
That was the first time I've ever seen C-Mac drinking something other than beer. He was drinking hard alcohol that
Bro,
day.
let me just say
Crip
this.
juice.
That's why he didn't whack out the H on the thing right there, because he was like, "Oh, it's a respect thing. It's people that work here, blah blah blah." He said it on camera,
really.
and that was the first time he ever like went crazy.
Oh,
on it.
really?
Yeah, that was the first time.
Yeah. So it was kind of like, like if y'all wanted us to ruin the entire show and the entire everything,
Good.
and like get all in our feelings, then like that probably would have been the end result, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, what, we would have had to fucking battle royale our way out of here. Like it's literally,
Bro.
it's literally me, Blazzy, Josh, and like
yeah, it's
and
like a
Bossa
parking lot,
Nova.
like blue
Yeah.
Porsches and shit.
And I feel like that's the thing with the No Jumper show and all the shows. They're meant to be a conversation where everyone gives their opinion and you can have a debate or disagree or whatever, right? I feel like as soon as you bring Crip Mac on, it has to be about one thing and about him. And if it's not that, it's like he doesn't want to talk about it.
I mean, when you search up Crip Mac on like YouTube, Google, whatever the fuck you want, you're only gonna find content him regarding, you know, his situation, his life, and his stories.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if Adam assumed that like he'd be able to talk to us about the Met Gala, you know what I mean, about like the new 42 Doug album, like, you know what I mean. So like, I was honestly trying to like, okay, we talked about gangbanging. Did you go to this restaurant this weekend? You know what I mean?
It kind of ended up turning into like the Crip Mac interview part 9.
Exactly.
Crip Mac interview, House Phone and Blazzy.
Yeah, this time it's
You know
you
what I
guys
mean?
doing the
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then like we gotta speak on this part, man. People were acting like me and Blazzy were just like some not stand-up guys, and we let Kazumi get sexually assaulted on camera. and
That
all
made
this
me
other-
uncomfortable, and me and Kazumi talked about it right after. She was like, "Yeah, you know what I mean," but like, I already knew what the fuck, what was going on and shit like that. And at the end of the day, Kazumi did grab the chair. You know what I mean? And it made everybody uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
It made all of us
And the crazy
uncomfortable.
thing is, like, everyone's used to seeing the camera come on this side. You know what I mean? Rightfully so. But it was like about 12 people just like still as a fucking as day. You know what I mean? Just being like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and then like the whole thing is okay. So like, Kazumi is a very outspoken person. Like I've seen her at a sex party, literally like getting railed by like multiple people at the same time. You feel me? So like, I think that Kazumi is definitely well versed enough to where if she really didn't want something to go on,
Exactly.
I don't think she would have agreed.
Yeah.
But like at the same time though, I was watching some videos of people reacting or whatever, and they were like, she seemed scared or she seemed nervous.
She said no at first.
She did say no.
But
at
also,
first.
I feel like that.
And then he said no means no right after that, and I'm like,
That's
nigga,
true. I know. I did notice that.
you
You're right.
literally just
did say
But you know
broke
what's
your
funny
own
is like
rule.
I've this might be a hot take or whatever, but I feel like that could be the downfall of like having that type of demeanor of a girl where you're like, I'm down to fuck anyone. Who
Yeah,
you
but-
want me
but,
to
like-
fuck? I'll fuck that person. I'll
Yeah,
do
but you
this.
know-
I'll do
but
that.
you know what,
And
though?
then some
That's-
guys like sit on my lap. You're like,
Yeah, but that's such a fucked up mindset to even go into.
Yeah.
that's
just
why
because you-
it's like a teeter totter thing with that
It's
topic.
not,
but it's
not,
like
though. It's not because at the end of the
she
day,
said she wanted to fuck him before.
that's before she
many
even
times.
met him though.
I think she's still gonna fuck him too.
Yeah, she probably might still fuck him, but like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, you got to think about it like this. None of that should matter. Like in the moment, if she's saying no or if she's uncomfortable,
Exactly. That's where it was already wrong.
And I'm not gonna lie, maybe we should have spoke up, but I'm like, bro, I'm finna have to. My handicap ass finna have to fight this nigga if I say something.
Okay, guys, we want to thank you so much for getting us to 100,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. If you want to support, please click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 200K. Thank you so much.